What's up, everybody? It's Pete from the basement back again. It's been a hell of a weekend for the whole basement crew. The anime convention was going on at the Jacob Javits Center, and we sent our cameraman and resident anime aficionado Dave down there, and he's going to have a lot of footage for you later on in the show. It was pretty difficult for everybody else to get together this weekend, so we all got some separate segments for you. A lot of shit came out this week, as you can tell by the gigantic ass pile of comic books in front of me. But I got the email from Midtown Comics the other day to say what's coming out next week, and there's really absolute shit coming out next week. So we're going to show you a few highlights of what came out this week that you really better not pass up on, and a couple of things that maybe you do want to pass up on. And we're going to have a whole big review of this week and next week, next Saturday. So tune in then. But without further ado, this weekend saw the premiere of Garth Ennis' new Back to Brooklyn from Image Comics. Two variant covers, one with some Italian guy with a shotgun, and the other one, I actually did like this variant cover, so I picked it up, was a girl in one of those Defend Brooklyn t-shirts holding an AK-47 down in the subway. I don't know how often you guys see these Defend Brooklyn t-shirts, but with the yuppie invasion coming into Brooklyn, we see them all the time. So I really like the variant cover, so I spent the extra $1 and picked it up. Ran total of $5. Back to Brooklyn's pretty interesting. Basically, it has this mob guy who he's the brother of the current Don or something, and he just goes and turns himself into the police, and he wants some kind of deal, and he's going to give up everybody in the organization. And all of a sudden, they realize that his brother, the Don, went and kidnapped his wife and kid. So now he has to leave the police custody, go rescue his wife and kid, under the guise that he's going to come back to the police station and still turn everybody in after he, deals with his brother. He's probably just going to wind up killing all of these motherfuckers anyway, because he kills like 7 people in the first book alone. You know what? It's fairly interesting. I don't know how Brooklyn Garth Ennis is, given the fact that he's Irish and from Ireland. But I'm going to stick around just because it's got Brooklyn in the title. It's only 5 issues long, so I've wasted $15 on worse shit. So if it turns out scummy and stupid, I'll let you guys know by the end of it. But we'll be keeping track of this every month as it comes out. Speaking of premieres, this week finally saw the debut of Flash Gordon #1. Now, you remember back during our comic book episode, we met with the creator, Brendan Deneen. Issue 0 was great. I love the artwork. I love Flash Gordon. I'm a big fan of the old 80s movie. And this one picks up right where, it kind of throws an ultimate Flash Gordon motif into it, as if it happened in the modern times. He's hunted down by the CIA to track down his old partner, Dr. Zarkov, who apparently they think is building a WMD. And meanwhile, there's government intrigue going on and all kinds of shadow conspiracies. And well, the good doctor is not building a WMD. He was actually building a rocket ship to another planet to look for alternate energy sources for the U.S. government. And so to escape these shadow conspirators, they jump in the rocket and arrive on Mongo. All in the first issue, balls to the wall, let's just get the plot line going, no jumping around, no let's wait 4 issues before we even get to Mongo and deal with these government assholes. No. Let's go get Ming, let's go find all them, let's introduce all the characters. We'll come back to the government probably later on, maybe after a 12-issue arc or so. At least that's the way I see it going. You know what? The artwork is kind of like a mix between Ed McGuinness and Joe Madureira. I really enjoy it. It's kind of anime-ish, pretty cool, nice and cartoony. Fits the overall je ne sais quoi, if you will, of the book. It's really cool. I'm definitely going to stick around. I really enjoyed the first issue. Now on to things I did not so much enjoy. Hulk #6 came out this week, and I bought it because it had a Michael Turner cover on it. And this finally saw the general conclusion to the Red Hulk story arc, where you still don't find out who he is. I will tell you, it is not Doc Samson, and it is not General Thunderbolt Ross. If I had to peg somebody who it would be overly dramatic for them to have been the Red Hulk, it's probably Betty fucking Ross, back from the dead somehow. The only thing that saves this book is Ed McGuinness's awesome artwork. And every now and then, Ultimates 5 finally concluded this week, and Jeff Loeb apparently took a comedy course or something, because he's dropping jokes in here left and right. You've got Thing talking to A-Bomb, and he's like, A-Bomb, huh? That's kind of a corny name, don't you think? And then in smaller letters, like he's talking to himself in a little aside, he's like, then again, calling yourself the Thing ain't exactly genius either. But, you know, it ended all of a sudden, like, just out of the blue. The Red Hulk, you remember, was like 10 times as strong as the Green Hulk. So they figure out that the madder the Green Hulk gets, the stronger he gets, and the madder the Red Hulk gets, the hotter he gets. What? Okay, like they may have touched on that for like a half a second in the past 5 issues. I don't even remember that like being a glimmer of an idea. But the Green Hulk basically just stands there and gets the shit knocked out of him for about 3 or 4 pages. Thor comes in, hits the dude with the hammer. That's a useless cameo. And the Red Hulk keeps on pounding the Green Hulk, and he gets madder and madder, and then he heats up, and I guess he gets heat stroke right about here for no good reason, and then the Hulk just decks him once, and now he's unconscious. That was the whole story. This is, like I said, if it's not for Ed McGuinness's artwork drawing the Hulk really, really cool looking, don't even bother with this, honestly. And they don't even tell you who the Red Hulk is. They're probably not going to tell you for like another 6 to 12 issues or so. They're going to go into other stories, and then they're going to come back to this Joker later on. Oh, God. Jeff, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Not Final Night, Darkest Night and The Long Halloween, they were cool. They were good stories. They were well thought out. What are you doing? On to something that I surprisingly did enjoy, and then I'm going to come back to Jeff Loeb later on. Wolverine 28 came out this week. Wolverine Origins 28 came out this week. This is the Original Sin prologue, which is going to continue in X-Men Original Sin #1. If you've been reading Wolverine Origins, you know that we met Wolverine's son, D'Ken, and he basically just lost his memory after getting the shit knocked out of him by Cyber. And then Wolverine is just kind of recounting his old stories of how he first met Charles Xavier and how he first came into Weapon X. And the artwork is really cool. It carries it along nicely. There's a brief cameo of the Jeff Loeb-inspired fight with Sabretooth, where Wolverine beheads his arch-nemesis with a katana. Big whoop-de-doo. But then there is about 5 or 6 really cool pages, which is why I would recommend this book in the first place, which is kind of a retelling of Hulk 180 through 182, the first appearance of Wolverine, where the two of them take on the Wendigo. The artwork is awesome. Wolverine is sent to kill the Hulk and realizes that the Hulk is fighting the Wendigo. He hits the Hulk once, and he's like, well, that was pretty pointless. For all the good my claws did, I might as well be trying to sing him to sleep. So they both attack the Wendigo, and the Hulk realizes that, okay, this little guy is my friend. And then as soon as the Hulk's back is turned, Wolverine tries to attack the Hulk, much to his chagrin. And there's a really cool panel here where the fist is like just coming in, and you see then it cracks him in the face, and then he's flying back against the wall. And the dialogue here is really cool. I want to read it to you real quick. It says, there ain't many people around who can describe what it feels like to get hit by the Hulk. Simple fact is, there ain't many who survived that and can tell the tale. There ain't no pain at first, right there, where he's just getting his head crushed by a bulldozer-sized fist. It's like he hits you so damn hard you actually leave your own body. And there he is, flying away. And it's when you come back, that's when you feel the pain. And then in an awesome splash page, they got the Hulk just standing over him, about to pound Wolverine into the dirt. There's a lot of splash pages that carry you through this book. It's a lot of fun. Big double page splash that I missed before of Wolverine flying down and the Hulk's fighting the Wendigo. Really cool stuff. And like I said, you know, this is like probably a good jump-on point. This is only the Original Sin prologue, and it's probably going to jump to a whole other story right after this. So if you're interested in Original Sin, I would definitely recommend you picking this up. If you're an X-Men fan, pick this up. It was just a cool one-issue story. I don't even care where Original Sin goes. It's basically Wolverine dropping D'Ken off at the X-Men mansion in hopes that, what's her name, the White Queen can save...